Hello. Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. It's Ryan here with DP Marketing.Services and author on the book on digital marketing for plumbing and HVAC contractors. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe. Coming at you with a kind of a fun video today. This is a not sexy topic. So let's just start there, right? So I know a lot of guys like in Facebook groups and different coaching groups and mastermind groups, they're all talking about this thing, and they're all trying to trying to find the one secret, the one hack, whatever, the one little shortcut. And that's kind of what guys are thinking. It's like, what's the easiest way through this? And I get it, right? Running a shop is hard. Running a business is harder. So I get it. But I wanted to tell you about a trip I had last week to an 85 truck shop in Northwest Arkansas. So this is a client of ours. And if you're not familiar with Northwest Arkansas, if you live like on the coast, you might think Arkansas is a little bit redneck. And in some parts of the state, it's understandable. Northwest Arkansas, it's where the University of Arkansas is. It's pretty dense. That's where Walmart's headquarters is. There's some big businesses that are headquartered there. So it's a good market. It's a competitive market. But this shop's been around for about 50 years and is currently at 85 trucks, doing multi-trade, of course, plumbing, HVAC, electrical. And I was fortunate to go and spend a couple hours just meeting with them. And one of the things that struck me was how well of a like smooth operating machine it was. So from the pit, where the CSRs were and the calls were coming in, to how they were dispatching, like everything had like these video screens around them where they were monitoring CSR close rates, they were monitoring lead sources, they were monitoring who was getting reviews, they were monitoring job photos real time from the techs. Like everything was being monitored on like this display of screens around the pit. And then you go back like to the warehouse section, and they had this massive warehouse where all the parts and equipment that had been sold were put onto bins that were color coded with a truck route. And so, there's a night crew that come in, they would stock the trucks going on the various route. There was a night crew who would do oil changes, tire rotations and stuff on all the vans. I mean, the thing was just like, it was really impressive to watch how smoothly operated an 85 van shop was, and they were kicking it. So it got me just kind of thinking about and talking about the importance of process. Process. So when a lot of plumbers go into business for themselves, when a lot of HVAC guys go into business for themselves, when a lot of electricians go into business for themselves, oftentimes what happens is you're working for a previous boss and you feel like you're not appreciated. You feel like the boss makes all the money and you can make more money on your own, or you feel like the boss's prices are too high, so you can do the same amount of work for less price, whatever, right? Sometimes you're commission capped and you don't have the incentive to sell more or do more, so you're looking for more ways to earn more for yourself. But whatever your sort of reason is and whatever your why is, you're really good at your trade, right? You're really good at plumbing. You're really good at installing a mini split, right? Those are the things that you're good at. And so to go through things like setting up processes to scale your business, those are probably not the things that you default to. They're probably not the things that excite you. They're probably not the things that you go to all the Facebook groups asking about. However, it's really, really important that you do. Talking with a client of ours in Virginia a couple weeks ago, and he had said he had hired this guy from this big company, this big competitor. He hired him away. So this guy came in with years and years and years of experience, and in less than 2 weeks, this guy had burned out and kind of walked away and kind of left this guy high and dry. For most of you, you probably hear that and go, yeah, been there, done that. When I hear that, I think of a process failure, right? That it was a lack of onboarding process that helped make sure that this guy knew how to run the jobs, knew how to run the calls, knew how to ring the door, knew how to address the customers like our client knows how to address the customers. If all those things would have happened, either we would have washed them out earlier without client contact, right? So the clients would have, your customers would have no idea this guy wasn't getting the memo. Or this guy would have been trained better to begin with. So eventually, after a couple weeks or after a month or two, he would be able to run the calls in the same way, do the service in the same way, do an inspection in the same way, because the processes allow that to scale. So it's really important that you recognize when you run your own business, and this is true if you're just a one-man shop right now, this is true if you're an 85-van shop right now, you are not a plumber. You are not a mechanical technician. You're not. That's not what you do. You're in the business of building a machine, of solving customers' problems, and that's what you have to figure out how to build, the way to do your service well. And a lot of you guys have probably read the book like E-Myth. And E-Myth is a great, it's a great example because it uses a metaphor of somebody who is really good at baking cakes. And it says, hey, there's this lady, she always bakes cakes. And for every holiday, every birthday, every occasion, everyone she knows says, hey, it'd be fantastic if you made a cake for us. And so she's like, okay, I'll make cakes. And she really liked making cakes. And then eventually one day somebody gives her the idea, you know what? You make such great cakes. You should open your own bakery. She's like, oh, that'd be amazing. Then I could bake cakes all day long. And it's not long after she opens the bakery that she realizes the business of running a bakery is very different than baking a cake. So now she has to worry about getting inventory. She has to worry about health codes. She has to worry about keeping people on payroll. She has to worry about taxes. Like all the things that you know from running a business. Now all of a sudden she's not thinking about baking a cake. She's thinking about running a bakery, and that is disheartening for her. So I guess kind of here's the overarching thought. Building processes is hard. It is not fun. It is not sexy. It is not something you're probably going to wake up in the morning and get excited to do. However, building processes are the one thing you have to do to get your business to where you don't have to work and slave and drive yourself into the ground 80 hours a week just to keep the thing going. Those processes are what allow you to take vacations with your family or go golfing or whatever it is that you find enjoyment in doing. Those processes make that happen. And I'm preaching to the choir because I'm always looking for ways to take me out of the center of my business so that I'm looking for ways to delegate. I'm looking for ways to train. I'm looking for ways to empower guys who are on our team so that we can better serve guys like you without everything bogging down to me and I'm the weak link that slows everything down. So I understand the pain, I understand the frustration, and I understand the challenge. Like I'm in it too. But I would encourage you, don't get paralyzed by going, hey, you have to have all these processes, you have to have all these things figured out. Don't get stuck in that trap. Instead, find one thing that you can go, okay, I can make a process for this. Make a process for it, move on. I can make a process for hiring. Great, move on. I can make a process for inventory. Great, move on. I can make a process for how we ask for reviews. Great, move on. Whatever it is, look for ways to do one process, make a decision, set it up, and move on. As you learn more and as you get better and as you find, hey, you can find ways to improve, circle back, right? It's not stuck, it's not permanent, but at least you're making decisions that make it easy for you to scale, make it easy for you to take yourself out of the center of everything, and make it easier for your business to provide high quality, consistent service, no matter who it is running the call, no matter who it is answering the phone. So would love to know what you think. I know it's not the funnest of topics, but I do know it's a big deal for a lot of you guys. So as always, leave a comment below, follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Stay safe.